Today's video, we played The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. The game consists of two decks of cards. The first one, which is the large deck, is actually our playing cards. This deck consists of 5 different suits. They're numbered, they're green, yellow, blue, there are black ones, and there's pink. The color ones, pink, blue, green, and yellow, are numbered from 1 to 9, and the black cards or rocket cards are 1 to 4. These are the trump cards. I'll talk about them in a second. The smaller deck is the same as this, the larger deck, except that we don't have any trump cards. This deck is our task cards or objective cards for each mission. There's also the commander token, which is this right here. And we have communication tokens. These have two sides, the green side or the red side. And then we have 5 large reminder cards, which are these ones right here. And then there's a distress signal token, which is this right here. To set up the game, shuffle each of the decks, the large deck and the small deck. Once you shuffle the large deck, divide the cards evenly among the number of players. In a 3-player game, one player is gonna have more cards than the rest. After shuffling the large deck and dividing the cards evenly between the players, make sure each player gets a communication token and a large reminder card. Every player is going to take a look at their hand, and the player who has the number 4 black or 4 rockets, like this player right here, becomes the commander for this mission. So they'll get the commander token. And this player is the one who's going to start the trick. That player, the commander, is going to draw the top card of the task deck or the smaller deck. And mission 1 dictates that we only draw 1 card, and the commander must always choose this card first before any other player. So this is telling us that the commander must win the trick, and this person is the commander. This person must win this trick. That must include the 7 green card in that particular trick. So now the commander is the first player as well. They could start the trick by opening with any card that they want. Now, the way this works is black always trumps any color. Any of the other colors, each player must follow with the same suit if they have that card in their hand. The only thing that could change that is if at any point that player, he or she, does not have any card of that color. So for example, let's say that here the commander right now is out of green cards, and someone's playing green cards. Let's say that this particular player is playing a green card. Let's say that this person was the commander, sorry. This person is the commander, he played green, she played green, and then this person doesn't have any green. He could follow with any other color. Now, black or rockets always trump any color, so they always win. So the way that this will work is the commander opens with let's say that the commander opens with the 7, which is the card that he wants to win, not knowing, because this is a non-communication game with the other players, which I'll talk to you about the only form of communication in a second. I just want to kind of give an idea of how this game plays. So this player, knowing that the commander must win this trick with this particular card in being part of the trick, he's going to play a lower card. Let's say he plays this 2. And then this player right here will play, let's say, this 4. He follows with, so everybody follow with the same color, but everybody is, purposely play lower numbers than that commander. Commander play the highest card of this suit, so the commander does win this trick. And that's how we pass mission 1. Now, as we progress through missions, we'll draw more and more cards, and there'll be more difficulty added by these tokens, which will, tell us how to achieve our missions in a specific order, or one player must do one, before the other one, or so on and so forth. But I want to talk to you about the way that we could communicate with each other. So the only way that we could communicate with each other after receiving these task cards, or passing those task cards around between the players, is by selecting one of your cards and putting it down on the table. Once you put a card down on the table, that's why you get this reminder card. You put it back into your hand to remind you that you have a card down on the table that has not been played, but is still part of your hand. Now, this is the token that is used to communicate. When you put a card on the table, if you put your communication token in the center of the card, it's telling the players that this is the only card that you had of this suit. So I'm telling everybody this is my only green card right now. If I put it at the top of the card, I'm telling everybody this is the highest card that I have of this suit. If I put it at the bottom, I'm telling everybody that this is the lowest card that I have of this suit in my hand. So that gives some of the communication around to the other players. We could do this before playing any cards, before the commander or anyone else opens the trick for that particular turn. And we could do it once per mission. So every player could do it once per mission. Now, this might become false or no longer true as we play cards. If we had not won this trick previously, because maybe the commander started with pink, so someone else won that trick. As we continue playing, sometimes this communication, let's say I'm saying here's my 8 of green is the lowest card I had at the beginning of the game, but let's say I play my 9, which is the highest card. So let's say I played in the previous trick. So now this is no longer true. So everybody has to pay attention. Everybody has to keep paying attention to everybody's cards as we progress. Every time you win a trick, the cards are face down and put over to the side by that player who won the trick. We have access to looking at these cards from the previous trick, but no other tricks we could access to look at. So as we play cards, we're going to have to try to remind ourselves of what cards have been played previously in order to win, more and more missions. Once you have used your communication token and you actually play your card onto the table in this particular trick, move the communication token face down or up, or just move it to the right side up so you can no longer use it. Remember, this is a one-time permission type of communication, so return it there. The last thing that we could talk about, well, the trump cards. Obviously, once again, this trumps any other color. So in the previous example, if the commander had played that 7 that we needed, and for some reason one of these players played this 4 or any of the other rockets, that player who played the rocket would have won the trick, and that would have made us fail the mission because we needed the commander to win this 7. So in that particular case, the other player would have lost. I'm sorry, the whole team would have lost. Any of the trump card, any of the black ones trump any other suit. Now, a higher trump card trumps the lower trump card. So if this is played after or before, the number 4 is higher than the 3, so the number 4 wins. There's also this distress token symbol, which we decide before we pass before we start doing any communication, but after passing the task cards of any mission, we could decide to use the distress token. So put it face up like this, and what this is gonna do is every player is gonna take a look at their hand, and they're gonna be able to pass one of their cards either left or right to one of the neighbor players. We decide as a team, which side we want to pass a card onto. So we choose a card and we pass it around. This is done after passing these task cards around, but not before communicating. Okay. Remember, communication only happens not during the trick, but at the beginning, before the trick. So whoever is the commander for that particular trick, before that commander plays their first card, that's when you can communicate. So if we do one round and someone wins and we're about to start a second round because we have not completed the mission, any person can communicate at that point. As you progress through the missions, you'll see that they become more challenging. So first mission it requires one task card, second mission requires two task cards. On the third mission is when we start using these other tokens. We require two task cards here, but one is gonna be label number 1 and the other one's number 2. That means that number 1 is to be accomplished first before number 2. So as we draw the cards, we'll say that this is number 1 and then the following one is number 2. Remember, the commander always has to keep the first one, and then other players could go ahead and start choosing from the next task cards. Well, I hope that was understandable. And just if you want to keep watching, we're about to play this right now. So keep watching for a while, and hopefully you enjoyed the game. Welcome back, gamers. Today we're actually going to be playing the crew, the quest for Planet 9. And today with me I have a few guests. You guys have seen them before. I have
Amy,
Jason. You also know me by now. I'm Daniel.
And today we're playing, actually, you're gonna read the logbook for the first mission?
We're gonna start with mission 1. Congratulations, you have been chosen from a vast array of applicants to participate in the most important and dangerous adventure that mankind has ever faced, the search for Planet 9. You barely arrive at the training facility before you have already begun your first training phase, team building.
Alright, so we already passed our cards around, and
I'd just like to say a quick prayer. Rest in peace, Pluto.
Pluto?
Yeah.
What?
You don't remember Pluto?
Oh, yeah.
2006?
We're talking about.
Yes, that is
Like the first thing that came into mind was
that is the narrative.
Oh, okay.
The disappearance of Planet 9. Now we're off on a mythical journey.
We're going to Pluto!
We're fine.
I don't know why I thought of Disney Pluto. Oh, someone's doing that.
You don't have to make the Pluto joke, okay?
No.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So,
Who's got the 4 rockets?
so we are officially in silence mode, or how are we? Well, for limited communication.
As long as we don't speak about the cards, give any information out.
That's fair.
Who's got 4 rockets?
Speaking of which, I am going to do the communicate action.
we don't talk about Pluto.
Okay. The 4 rocket.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
4 rocket.
That would be me.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're the leader.
I am the leader. I'm the captain. I'm still communicating this.
Okay.
Oh wait, so I need this actually. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna communicate as well.
Okay.
Jamie, I'm sorry.
You're Marcus. We're good.
Amy, Jamie.
I'll throw some communicating skills out.
You used to be playing.
Okay.
It's my sister's name.
Is she?
Yeah, Jamie.
All right. So you lead the.
Yes, Dan leads the first trip.
Shoot. See now I gotta strategize.
Okay.
Snap. Hold up. So remember, you have to play on suit. If you have the card in your hand, you have to play the lead suit.
Right.
The lead suit is the
Lead
rocket.
suit is rocket. Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry.
Cool. So Ricardo, congratulations. You won the trick.
Mm-hmm.
You now get to play first. First of all, we're going in the wrong direction.
Oh.
So it is my go. Oh, you're right. I can't play that. I'm sorry. You're making all sorts of mistakes still.
Yeah.
Hey, we're catching each one in the act, so we're not continuing on.
Nine. Alright. Now I'm going to play this.
Rockets trump everything, right?
Correct. Okay, not gonna lie. Didn't see that communication.
You did not?
I did not pay attention.
Okay, well,
It worked out.
earlier.
It worked out anyways.
I forgot I have communicated that. And I'm like, oh, I should have played that earlier.
So,
No, you shouldn't, because it was perfect.
and that's mission
Well,
success.
Yeah,
That is mission success.
Yeah.
With that said, I had 3 of the 4 rockets in my hands.
I was wondering. I got nervous when you threw out that other one. I was like, "Oh shoot! What if he's got the rocket? He can't get that 5 out."
No, 'cause I planned it perfectly. I had 1, 2, and 4. It was like, if I play the 1, I can get someone's 3 out, and then I play the 4, and I guarantee to win.
I mean, when I led, I should have played that card, right? The 5. I mean, I communicated I had it, and then I'm like,
Well, no,
I
you-
got 7,
you
8,
had
and
to-
9.
You had to have played the rocket in your hand, though.
that's only the 4 when you start, but when I started the trick, I didn't have to play that rocket.
Right, but
No.
I had the 7, 8, and 9 of blue.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and you didn't know that obviously, but
Right.
it was going to be
Yeah.
hard for me not to get the 5
Yeah.
if someone led with blue. That's why when I got a chance, I was throwing my blues off. That way I
Right.
wouldn't.
It
win.
just works.
Shuffle here. Who's?
All right. So now we reshuffle the small deck.
So we're on mission 2.
We are on mission.
Should
to
we
shuffle them
reshuffle the
back
small
in?
deck as well?
Yes.
You want it done?
It is apparent that you are a perfectly matched crew. Above all is your mental connection. This so-called drift compatibility bodes well for ongoing successful collaboration. It's time for training phase 2 and 3. Control technology and weightlessness. Ooh. All right. Who has the rocket of 4s?
Me.
Or 4 of rockets?
Okay. So, and
You are the captain.
So you get to choose. So now. No, sorry.
Are we officially done communicating?
This is the 9.
Okay, that is enough.
I mean, um, I should. Yeah, I want.
Alright, so she needs the red or the pink 9. You need the blue 3. Okay. Look at that. So, okay, that's your highest card, that's your highest card, really. And that's your highest card. Okay, really. I'm not going to communicate.
Yes, they can wait. We just have to do it before a trip starts.
So Amy starts leaving, right?
Amy leads the trip.
Oh, okay.
The classic 4 gambit.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. If only I could communicate my thoughts. Command.
Amy's very quiet. She literally just don't want to talk at all for this game. So what do we have? We got.
Well, she's following the rules. Meanwhile, we're just breaking them.
Well, you can't communicate about this. You still have conversation.
Talk smack to each other.
Okay. So, ooh. Going to communicate.
Okay.
Shoot, I really need to be card counting.
What's
It is
The green with
Green
a
A.
red.
green is Trump.
pick up the weapon? 9.
We're trying to get her to get the red 9. Okay. Okay, so I'm leaving, correct?
Yep.
I have to lead, right?
Yes. Oof.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it's not your turn.
Okay. Oh wait, no. No, I have to.
You know.
That was really unfortunate how you had the highest card and the blue one.
I totally messed that up.
I thought it had
so
set
you
up.
win it, or well, actually we lose it. 'Cause you
Yeah, it's
cannot
like
win this
mission.
game.
Or just restart. Yeah, it
Yeah.
immediately fails when you can't.
Yeah, I totally messed up because I saw that I had it from the beginning. I made me think like, oh, I could win this because I have the highest and the lowest.
I thought for a fact that he had the red or the blue 3.
No. And then once I realized, I'm like, oh no,
I had all these high
I don't
red
want
cards.
this.
Well, red, but the green also. So I almost threw this out, but you had to beat her with the green.
Yeah.
So it's good
It's
that
like
I
we
held it.
needed her to.
He'd have beat you with both greens.
It's like I was trying to set it up to where she was in the lead, and you had like no.
Because if I
it was
led
like-
with this, she can't.
I was
get it
hoping
unless
she
you
would
rock
play
it.
like a green or something because we saw that you were out of greens
Yeah,
here.
and I was ready to throw it, but then I was like, if you have a higher, like a 4 is a really low card. You have the chance of both cards being higher, which it was. You had a 6 and an 8 or 9, so she never would have won this card had I
Yeah,
put it out
it's-
there.
I should have let
That
you
was
keep
a
You
rough
were
thing.
staring at me
I
like
should have
I
let
did
you keep
something else.
this.
Yeah, what was that staring?
Because I didn't put
communication?
this out, but I had a suspicion that you were going to beat her 4.
Why
That's
are
why I
you
didn't
so
do it.
suspicious that I can't
You
see?
glared at me. He saw the glare.
I was looking at my
I felt it. See?
He felt it. You staring away from him. That's how.
Let's try again.
All right, so
Alright, let's try again. Mission 1, right?
No,
Or
we're
mission
still
2,
back on mission 2.
Mission 2.
so we failed one time.
Yep. I got so cocky thinking I have the highest and I have the 3. We should win.
Okay,
Like,
so-
that's not gonna work. I
When-
can only play one card. How am I gonna do this?
So when can we do the
The satellite is
Yeah.
the very before
The very
we start
first
the
thing.
before we
entire
start the thing?
mission.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we even know who has what cards.
Correct.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, before we even look at our cards,
No, I'm gonna show.
Well,
I think we can look at our cards,
I
right?
think the
No, the
mission
leader.
objective can be out there,
Like,
but it's before we communicate.
right, it's before we communicate,
What
but
I
can it be
remember
after
saying-
people?
Yeah, I
get their
think you
cards?
can look at your cards. You
Before
can look
you-
at your cards. Yeah, because otherwise
Well,
you
no,
might
he-
not.
I'm sorry.
You might not have the need
He's,
for it.
he's asking these ones. Can we do the distress after those have come out? I think you can.
I think so. It's
see.
I remember you saying it's
It's
before the
it's strictly before the communication and before the mission starts. But it doesn't say
No place in my series.
your face was just beaming heat.
Oh,
There was no heat.
wait. So
Remember, no communication is communication.
In order to do so,
It's
decide
active.
together whether you want to use the assistance, then turn the distress, then immediately circle the distress. Each crew member now has the hand over one of the cards. So it's looking like it's
is that rule after the looking at your?
at the beginning of each mission after distributing all playing cards and if applicable tasks. So after the task cards, yeah. So
After
we know those are face up and what they are, and if we say, oh shoot, we should send up distress.
Okay.
But we can't have communicated yet.
Right.
Passing out hands.
So we probably want to do that.
Well, I mean, if people think we need to do it, just call it out.
Well, so not only just flip, but like give them to people. And then we can look at what we have, and if we needed the distress because we're like, oh shoot, I can't get that because I have a 9,
Yeah, I think
a blue 9.
So
in this particular situation, the last round, you passing the 9 over would have been awesome.
yes.
we can flip this now, right? Before we.
We're gonna flip it and we're gonna hand them out to the people.
Right, but before we hand them out, we could
So,
do the distress.
Well, no, we want to hand them out because you needed the 3, but you wouldn't have known to give up that 9 unless you knew you had that 3 in front of you.
Right,
Because
right.
if Daniel got that 3, there's no need to do the distress.
See, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
makes sense.
isn't numbers fun?
this is me this turn. All right. So we've got this one. All right. So we've got the 9 and the 1,
The 9 and the 1.
Which one do you...
and I
Well, we just got the spectrum, didn't we?
am gonna do this. Who wants to take the 9?
Okay.
And now this would be our moment where do we want to distress?
Now, distress is just to your neighbors, right? So I could do to my left or right?
No, we all will give up one card, and we all have to decide: is it going left or is it going right?
But we all have to go in
But
the
one
same direction.
place. So my cards will never get to you.
Correct.
Right.
Yours are either going to Daniel or Amy.
Right. Okay. All right. Well,
So it looks like we're not
I have
distressing.
no. Yeah. I have no.
I mean,
Do we want to communicate?
I want to
I'll,
communicate. Yeah,
I'll
we
pull the
should-
trigger on the distress if no one else is.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
that
do
can
it.
happen.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to pass to my right.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yes. So that means everyone has to pass to the right, correct?
Correct. Um.
We all have to pass the same direction.
Right.
Yes.
I'm just trying to decide what.
Exactly. I'm trying. This time I'm giving up.
What am I giving you again?
I was gonna say, what? How
Let's
do you
remember
how
what
are
we
you
give
so
up.
confident about what you're giving?
I'm not confident. I'm just
Giving it a try. Let's see how this goes. We
For
failed on the
science.
first attempt. What are you looking already? You're going to be.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Here.
It really doesn't matter what you give me the card.
Alright. I pass that. I pass that.
I mean, probably not this card.
Alright, so our distress has gone up. We've shared cards. I'm gonna do a little,
So what's the no? What's the
little
four?
communicating. Little
Right.
communicating. Peter.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's really cool.
There's my communication.
So that is what? That is your lowest card?
Yes. It's facing me. Look.
Okay. I'm no expert. How can is that the one?
Yes.
How can the one be the lowest card, the lowest yellow card in your hand? Okay. We shall find out. That's what I'm suggesting.
I. But he's had.
Which means he has a carbon.
Because he doesn't.
Hey,
I cannot.
I'm dumb.
Numbers.
Alright.
I put it very far.
I did whisper it out loud.
Okay.
Me?
It's
Yeah.
like, have you ever been so smart that it's warped back to dumb? So we're going this way now?
No, we're still going this way.
I went first. And then-
See, that
You had the 4, right?
I'm being double dumb now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you play the 9. You need the blue one. So what did you play?
The 4.
The 4?
Amy played the
You played
9.
the 9.
Nope.
It's got 1. Now face up is we used it, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, so she leaves, right?
Oof.
What was the lead suit? Green?
Green.
Green.
Okay.
Yeah! I was a little worried about it.
I just wondering why you didn't play the 8.
I'm
She was
gonna
gonna
be
win it.
honest. I'm wondering that myself.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a misplay on my part.
Don't worry.
I mean, it worked out again.
okay.
I'm not worried that much. All right, mission 3.
You can
See?
say it if you want.
A little distress call never hurt anyone.
Do we get it back?
It's at the beginning of each mission.
Okay.
The training phase. Okay.
I think we're gonna pull out them tokens.
The training phase each builds on the lesson learned in the previous phase. This combined energy supply and emergency prioritization course will require a high degree of logical thinking to understand and make the appropriate connections. Your education in mathematics will certainly come in handy for this. And it says we need 2 mission cards and a 1 token and a 2 token.
And all that means is we're going to assign the 1 and the 2 to the particular
In
mission,
the
so we
order.
have to complete said 1 first and then 2 second.
Ah.
So not only does said person have to get it in their hand, but we have to complete 1 before the next one.
Right.
Ooh,
So 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
There's 1 and 2. Someone has their card in their deck, so I don't know who. Missing one.
probably me.
Nope. Yeah, probably.
Well, we had 3 down here. All right, so
Jeez. The yellow ones again.
Captain want to give directions?
Captain.
Who's
I'm
nope.
me.
You're the captain again?
Yeah.
It's the captain.
All right, so do you want to pick one of these and then take 1 first? Or do you want to assign them 1 and 2?
How are we supposed to do it?
Are we supposed to? Can she assign them?
Well, she has to pick 1.
Yeah, she has to pick 1.
That would be a rules check
Okay.
to determine, because I think that's the first one taken.
Yeah.
Shuffling these deck. We got yellow 2 times in a row.
Captain did it.
Alright.
And who's gonna get the?
So I say that it should go here, because experience would say that the same color with 2 people next to each other doesn't give enough
she get 2?
space.
Only one person have
She
that.
could have both,
Wow. Okay.
because it's well,
You know what? I'll
because it said
agree
some
with that.
people could have some people could have more than. But I think with 2 close numbers with 2 same colors, having it spread with a person between.
And I'm gonna communicate.
I'm gonna communicate as well.
Alright, cool. Now let me pay attention to these communications.
These So there's mine. And
Okay.
Jason. Are you communicating?
I am not.
And who has the 4? Oh, you have it, right?
Me.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Don't forget to pick your card up.
Thank you.
Um,
I forget that.
so what do we have? We have 5 and 6, right?
Mhm.
So, okay. So we need.
What card is that you communicated?
It's a 6.
Okay.
And
Okay.
to see, because I take a look at this. That was his lowest card.
Okay.
If he played this one.
Um,
Mm. Okay.
Right.
So you won.
Right. Yeah. A little worry about. I wasn't sure about you. I'm like,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm kind of a
can't
wild
remember.
card right now.
Couldn't remember if you played in Indy or not. All right. So you're taking the lead, and this is done. So it's me. No,
I was trying so hard.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm like, get it out there. I wasn't sure. I could have taken, something else, but
They gotta have 8 and 9 blue and the low blue.
yeah.
Did you have a rocket?
No, I didn't have a single.
I did have one. Why? Should I?
Well, I
Should
was
play
kind
the
of wondering
rocket?
if I led with a rocket, you didn't have it, and he had a higher one, you could have gotten the card out to him, and he could have taken it, but we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Dang,
I wasn't sure, like, what. Right there, I knew you didn't have any yellow, so like, and you were gonna win with something
You
else.
had a
I don't want that responsibility.
I went with what was in my hand. I didn't ruin squat.
So where are we right now? We lost.
So this is mission 3, our first attempt. So we're back to 2 of these in the sequence of numbers, provided we were assigning it correctly.
Wah, wah.
Maybe I should look at those icons.
All right, let's try one.
You know what this reminds
Let's
me
try
of?
one.
Kinda. The mind, except
Huh.
Yeah,
a lot more
Something-
complicated.
yeah. I mean, it's a trick taking game.
At least with the mind, you kind of go.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we get
Stink eye.
to
or apparently that's their
yeah. The difference between the numbers,
That's fine. Just read it. I can see you on camera.
the difference between the numbers
Uh-huh.
and these icons, the numbers,
Oh.
obviously it says this task must be done first, second, third, fourth.
Right.
With this symbol, it's this task must be completed before the double arrow. The double arrow before the triple before the.
Oh. How is that different from numbers?
And then this
Well, you gotta play the numbers first, right?
this symbol must be the task must be fulfilled last for this.
But how are the arrows different from numbers if they're just...
It seems as though it's the same exact thing, but I that's why.
Well,
went
I
in
mean,
there
if you
to-
combine the numbers and arrows, then you got some
Probably.
shenanigans.
You're right.
Yeah, that could very well be something further.
It's
on
like
down.
you have to play this card first, but then these 2 cards in any order.
Right. All right. It's tough. I thought thought we were gonna make it to like 10 missions or something before we fail.
Well, then just midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
We failed the second one.
Like, I got a job interview tomorrow.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
I mean, the perfect night to stay up to midnight.
Exactly.
Where are you interviewing?
It's a place called GS Gelato.
Oh.
Supposedly I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what I'm applying for. Some kind of data entry job. My friend's it's like, hey, don't work there. I used to work there and it was horrible. So,
Great.
I'm trying to get a job with him up in Niceville.
Nice.
And hopefully that becomes remote.
What nice person.
You know, it's the only nice hill in the country.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm just gonna keep
Alright.
this.
Are you
How are
seriously
you-
again? Okay.
Once again with the yellows too.
Hey, I shuffled better. I got 2
Alright.
different colors.
Okay. At least that's easy.
All right, Captain. Oh, my Captain. Captain, my Captain.
So she's taking that.
Well, my last strategy kind of stunk, so I'll take it, or Ricardo take it, and this one.
I'm gonna take it.
Alright, we sending up a signal. We communicate
I'm
here.
communicating.
We could.
Do we
need to
want
do this
to
first, right?
Signal.
We have to do that
have to
first
do that
before
first,
we communicate.
right? So
If anyone wants
wanna
to.
do it,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with not doing.
okay. I'm
Stop
going to
you.
communicate.
All right. I'm going to communicate as well.
So
All right.
what do we got?
So we all communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awfully convenient.
You see,
Yes, I am seeing this time around.
cannot. You go, bro.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, you gotta love all this non-communication that's going on right now.
You have to.
If you got a rocket, you plan a
You
rocket.
have to follow, right?
You have to follow
Yeah.
the suit. If you have a rocket, you have to
Follow
play a
rocket.
rocket.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, just okay. All right. Cool.
Went it.
All right.
Blew all our rockets.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, she might be on something here. No. Okay, cool. Okay. So who won? Trick? No, I did play D5. Daniel. Okay.
All right. It's my turn.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
hold on.
Okay.
It's like I knew. It's like I
Okay.
knew.
And alright, so you're still in the lead.
Mission complete.
Got it.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
She kept
Why,
looking at us.
why
like, we're
on the
doing it
very
wrong.
first go,
You
if
played
you
the
knew
rocket.
he had more than 2 yellows, did you not play the 8?
Yes. That's why, like, why are you playing rockets?
You knew
You
he
can play
had more
rockets.
than 2 yellows because he put the marker on the top
the
of
top.
his 9.
Because if he would have played the
He
9.
wouldn't have.
Oh,
Cause
He's trying to get you the 8.
yeah, cause I think I think that was my first mistake when we started
Like-
playing. I kept thinking like it's gonna come back around me, and I'm gonna play another card. I'm gonna win.
Like,
But
I
it
was
never comes
thinking
back
that
around
he was
you.
gonna play the 9.
No, because he wanted you to get the 8, and he told us he had more than 1 yellow by
Yeah, I
putting
had
that on the
9.
top of the
Oh,
9.
Like,
bad
literally-
miscommunication.
Literally, all we had to do for that
That's
mission
why you keep
was
looking at me. I'm like,
you played your 8,
Yep.
and then someone played
And
a
then
blue.
he had the lead to 9, and the second he put that out, I knew that I'd give him exactly what we
That's
just
so
did.
funny.
Like,
I gotta get better at communicating.
I wonder if my face was red. Please, in
Yeah,
the
they
comments
have-
below.
I think literally everyone had this. What?
I don't know, she's so like, oh, to point at her car, like, this is what I'm like, I know what you have, I can't do it, we're gonna lose if I do that.
Oh.
Well, alright, we'll play for a little while before we keep going. What do you guys think of the game so far?
Oh, this is a great game.
I need to get better at communicating.
I mean, that's all right. I mean, that comes with.
It's confusing. I mean,
It is confusing.
I don't have not played that many trick-taking games,
Yep.
and this I always get confused on those when we start playing those
Yep.
games. But this one, it's to a whole new level. 'Cause
That and it is the key is remembering the communication, because if it's in the middle, I'm telling you, that's my
Yeah.
only one. If it's high or low, come at me or leave it for me.
just like right now, I kind of understood what she was. I understood what she was thinking probably,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's not coming back
It's
around
not
you.
coming
It's not. It's not making the whole turn.
Yeah.
If it was, then you
Yeah.
win. But it's gonna stop here.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
I mean,
maybe-
I think that's kind of, well, I think that my issue is that I'm thinking that I'm the one that has to win it. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
thinking you're the
But
one
even
who has to
then,
play that
You
card.
Right.
owned
Right.
you owned the 8. So when you
Yeah.
play that 4 rocket, there's no way you can get your own
And
8.
that's why
because-
I'm thinking like
Yep.
I have to be the one.
That's the same mistake I made when
Yeah.
I drew that 3
yeah.
and I had the 3 and the 9. I'm like, later on I'm like, why did I do this? I have
Right.
both of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do it. You know?
That was a tough round. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. All right,
Well-
this is 3 mission cards.
All right, we're gonna keep going. Let's just say goodbye to everybody else because the
I
other
just
ones will
want
be
to
here
say
for
for this
hours.
game, it's like you need a good hand or a good partner for this game.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Pretty
Yeah.
good though. I mean,
Yeah, so far it's okay. I mean, we're gonna keep playing. So.
Yeah.
All right, we guys, please subscribe, like us, leave us a comment if we made any mistakes, which probably we did.
We tried to catch them along the way.
Yeah, we did.
Be nice
All right.
to me.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not being nice to you.